城隊員が世話になったな。あばよ、絶望君。
What's good, YouTube? Starting things off, with this halberd build you want to go with strength and agility. Strength gives you attack and critical damage, and agility also gives you attack and critical damage and a little bit of attack speed. For the food buffs, I like to go with these. You can also change out DTE for something like weapon attack, strength, or agility. It's really up to your preference. Here's our Regislets. You got my favorite Regislet, Shared Destiny. But if you don't like Shared Destiny, if you don't like playing with a little bit of extra risk, you can switch that out for something like attack speed boost or max MP boost. These are our combos. They're rather self-explanatory. However, there is one combo that I use in this video that I don't recommend using on a normal basis, and that would actually be this combo right here. I would actually suggest just using normal Kairiki into Smited Infinite Dimension for this combo. For the skill distribution, they're rather self-explanatory, so I'll only be talking in the parts where I feel like there needs to be an explanation. Taking this skill is actually optional. If you feel like you need the skill points, just go ahead and skip these. Something I noticed with a lot of halberd builds is they lack the Godspeed skill. This skill gives you 15 agility. That's free attack. I actually skipped Soul Hunter in this build in favor of Dive Impact, solely because I don't feel like Soul Hunter really fits in with my playstyle. Also, Dive Impact is just a lot easier to use as an iframe. Another choice I made with this build was skipping Dive Impact in favor of Shadow Walk as well as Backstab. Those do a lot of damage as well. Star Gems are actually optional depending on your budget, as well as the skill points that you have, but I do recommend the Attack Up Star Gem as well as the Magic Attack Up Star Gem. Both of these will boost your Draconic charge damage. The Princess Crystal will actually give you a really large boost in your Draconic. It gives you magic attack as well as attack. If we move over to our spreadsheets, you get to start to understand a lot of why I make the decisions I make with my build. In spreadsheets, you can pretty much calculate your exact or approximate damage on certain bosses. It'll never be exact, it'll just be approximate most of the time, because there's certain factors like proration, pets, etc. that can affect your damage as well. But with spreadsheets, you can pretty much see your damage range. You plug in your gear, you plug in the weapon attack, you plug in your stability, your stats, as well as your avatar stats, your pets, food buffs, etc. And with this, you can pretty much see what your damage is going to look like at certain bosses. Of course, you have to plug in the boss's defense. I have mine set to Trickster Dragon. Trickster Dragon has a whopping 10k defense, so he is the highest defense boss in the game right now. And he also has 9% resist, so he's not joking around with that resistance either. So I feel like this is a good reason why Trickster Dragon is one of the better places to test your damage at, because moving forward, a lot of bosses will have a lot of defense, and you're going to want to build your builds accordingly. This is also why Draconic Charge in the past had problems, because the second hit uses Magic Pierce, and the first hit uses Physical Pierce. With that problem in mind, you have to build both Physical Pierce and Magic Pierce to get the most out of this skill. And that's precisely what makes this halberd so broken. This halberd already gives you 100% Magic Pierce. On top of that, it gives you Magic Attack, right? And the Magic Attack helps the second hit of Draconic as well, because the second hit of Draconic uses Magic Attack. So yeah, that Magic Attack, it's pretty much just going to be equal to your strength in your build. I don't know if it's total or base, but I assume base, because when I used total in the calculation, the damage was way more than, you know, what made sense. So yeah, I think it's just base strength. But yeah, this halberd's really, really good. And you know, if I were to plug in what my damage would look like at a dark boss, element gives you 25% damage to that element if you have the right element for that enemy. So this halberd is a light element, so say I'm fighting a dark boss, I add that element right there, and my damage just shoots up really fucking high. Like, really, really high. You see that my Draconic is just 6.5 million smited. My Strike Stab Draconic is 10 million. That's like a 2-hit on most bosses. So that's pretty high. That's pretty high. It takes a team of 2 halberd players actually to completely destroy a boss with damage like this. Like, I kid you not. So yeah, I'm just gonna undo that. But yeah, spreadsheets are how I calculate a lot of my builds. I feel like it helps me, you know, save a lot of spinna. One thing that this build will lack is stability. You'll have 85%, so you won't be at 100. But with Tornado Lance as well as Infinite Dimensions Dazzle or Dive Impacts Dazzle, I believe your graze penalty is reduced, so your stability here isn't gonna be like a big deal. But I'd still, you know, keep in mind you'd want your stability to be a little higher. You can use a glowing sea talisman, or you can alternatively use the salmon jerky ring, which is very, very expensive. Or if you want to be budget, you could just use a road sheep talisman. I like the road sheep talisman because it's cheap, it has MP, and it also has natural MP regen, which is amazing for any build. So yeah, a link to the spreadsheets will be in the description below, and then a link to the original spreadsheet creator will also be in the description below. You can join his server, check out his YouTube, and then a link to my Discord server will also be in the description below, where I have data sheets for a lot of my builds, a lot of my miscellaneous stuff that I don't show on YouTube, and vice versa. And you can just come and chat. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and you guys take care of yourselves.